Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations. How's everybody doing? So, I know you're probably thinking, well, he's made up as usual. Well, today we're talking about a documentary film. In this case, it's called Trekkies, which was a film directed by Roger Niger, and basically it was delved in with talking about fans of Trek and as well as stories involving, like their love of the franchise, their hobbies and all that, and how like what so basically interesting stories involving the fans of Star Trek. Keep in mind this was before shows like Star Trek Enterprise or that because this was back in 1997. So yeah, there wasn't much, you know, all that. But let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and talk about it. There's not really gonna be many clips of it, but um, I actually kind of thought this was really intriguing in all honesty, mostly because it gave a lot of stories and honesty about it. Whether it was say talking about whether it's say fans going to school, like a young fan going to school, or say Gabriel Conner, who he was a big fan of Trek. It gave a bit of a story about how he went to school in his uniform and with Spocky ears, and as well as the a Trek fan who went to as it was a jury for the Whitewater scandal, um, and as well as and other things like how there was one story about a couple who had a dentist office and they had themed it to Trek, which is kind of cool. Um, there was an interview involving James Doohan, where he did the story about how he ended up saving a Trek fan who had been suicidal and how he had saved her. So yeah, I actually kind of think this film is rather intriguing and how it gives its stories about how okay, these are fans of Trek, here are stories that they have and all that. And also say other actors from the show appear, whether it's from Star Trek, the original Trek, or say the Next Generation, heck, and even actors from Star Trek Voyager appear. Um, I gotta say it's pretty intriguing. I haven't really gone to a convention for Trek. I've gone to quite a few for say anime and as well as conventions for comic books. I have not gotten the chance to go to Comic Con. I was gonna go do that this summer, but I had to make a decision between doing that or going to uh, Iceland. I chose Iceland. So yeah, there you go. I'll go ahead and show some pictures of my times of going to conventions. Although one is just the time I dressed up as Sweeney Todd. Yeah, yeah, I know. Say, yeah, doesn't really didn't have a track, but it just shows, say my kind of ton of costumes and things I've done over the years. Um, but I mean, overall, I think this film is pretty good. I'm actually kind of intrigued to like say give some like watch the second film, and honestly because like say although they do have stories involving like say Trekkies, like say there was this one man who would go to the grocery store in his uniform. There really wasn't many stories like say any like sad stories about involving Trek. Like the super fans. Like there were some fans that said like, okay, I've got all these Trek toys and all that, and I'm gonna put them on my wall somewhere. Yeah, that wasn't like. I mean, then keep in mind, I collect games. I don't have a shelving unit. I have a section on my wall, like a book unit, a shelf that has Doctor Who books. But yeah, I don't. My room isn't big enough to have like say a shelving unit for um all that. Plus, one day, what if I move out of here? But I mean, overall, I think Trekkies is a entertaining documentary. It gives details of, like, say, a good job of telling each stories of like who each person is. Like, say, um, like why they're a fan, um, and stories of all that nature. So that's pretty cool, honestly. So I'd recommend checking out. But what do you guys think? Have you seen the documentary Trekkies? Put your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you later.